Hello, judges of Fox News. Every year, since before the World Trade Center attack and since, Wethersfield, interbranch, intercities, they've been involved with predicate acts. And you guys are with the people answering the phones with the news networks, all of them criminally involved with Connecticut. WFSB has been fabricating audio and video. They've been attaching me to fake conversations with my family members about rape threats made about little kids and rape threats made against me before the principal child offender was found out. Now this is online. They have Facebook involved with sexual crimes with female judges and with female prosecutors and state's attorneys. These are people with Washington, D.C. and World Trade Center tied to Wethersfield Interbranch, intercities through time. On off Fox Connecticut News, there's a Thadius Grabowski. He was a co-defendant of Robert Luskin in the 2006 District Court case in Connecticut. A bunch of other federal criminal co-defendants of his and their family members and other police forms are involved with predicate acts on all Fox Connecticut News, identity thefts and frauds, fake conversations with me, trying to make it look like even with completely people I never had a conversation with, like Joshua Julian, involved with the Facebook sexual crimes. These are also medical doctors, drug clicks with the prosecutors, like a Brian Silver. I never had a conversation with him in my life. A Leahy family attached me as doctors to fake conversations with them, and nurses and their family involved with the triage. Now they're also preventing people from using their voice to counter their roles with drugs crimes and guns crimes, not just sexual crimes with little kids, but that's very important because it's also they have names forging and switching, and they sequence shifts, and they spread lies that are categorically through little kids each age, and they connect the lie progressions. They pretend you're in a fake location with people in that, and they make the conversation where it seems real. We have an intelligence community that is pervasively sick. That's why we have a judicial branch that is pervasively sick. That's why you think science never spoke for North End of Hartford, which is right down the street from Fox Connecticut News. I know you can be better than this, judges of Fox Connecticut News. And whoever looks over Judge Napolitano's Facebook page, you guys are preventing mandated law. You have been preventing mandated law since founding police forms, interbranch. You're sick. That's why New York, that's why Hartford, Connecticut, let alone New York City. We're in a trap. Science never spoke for the problems of those areas. That needs to pretend other as science. So it needs a plan. It needs a method of doing so. So it's pretending to be against racism. There's a big, big difference between pseudo-science and criminal science and racism. Now, so we have interbranch, black and white, female judges involved with sexual crimes and KKK-themed and Confederate flag-themed crimes. We also have investigations and investigators prompting people to say things, pretend things now so they can pretend things about the past that you could show are recorded not true. So there are military police also involved with predicate acts on off court cases leading up to and in the World Trade Center attack. It was proven that there was post-dated documents from inside the Ninth Circuit Court right before the World Trade Center attack. That's a court right next to the World Trade Center, people. Right before that, in New York City, in Manhattan, there was a case in there, a part of a case, /S, and there was post-dated documents that had been post-dated from inside the court. That was proven afterwards. That led up to a 2006 District Court part of a case. Before that case in the World Trade Center and before the District Court case, I had been asking to have a response for confessions made to me about investigators and investigations associated in military police, associated with Hartford courts and with New Britain Superior Court that have been manipulating little kids and uses of locations intercities criminally. They've been fabricating audio and video for a long time. Now, they also attach me to fake being next to people on my campus because they have people that from my town, Wethersfield, Connecticut, that went to Central Connecticut State University in New Britain. I had nothing to do with them in Wethersfield. All exceptions are in demonstration of that. I had nothing to do with them at Central Connecticut State University. All exceptions, 6% demonstration that they try to pretend other. At Trinity College, too. Now, these are people also with fire departments involved. They have the fire department right next to Trinity College. Please, Tucker, respond. I'm asking you to follow mandated law. You guys force child offenders, force sustained abuses of juxtaposed natures of organized crime with little kids, not just sexual. This also recorded relevant because there are sexual circles associated with the Britain Superior Court's prosecutors, male and female, involved with a John Maiano and with a Rixion Faglione and people around them, like a two-rod highway. There are a whole bunch of people tied to a Detective Dylan. Now that is also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with others in their family, like a Kevin Dillon. I don't know if he's still a detective. There's an Anna Dillon. There's a Sean Dillon, and I think it's a Tom Dillon. These are people also with two Mendez police that are involved with the on-off Fox Connecticut News crimes in Hartford as police, and on-off Wethersfield Police Department. The older Mendez brother put me in quotes, pretended ties to him, with a conversation with him ever, and when there never was. The police forms use a crime method of asking if we want to have people come to our house to talk to us. They've been forging names and switching names, so that's a threat. So make sure they get on paper, because you can't talk to their delusions wrought, too. That's a physical delusion. There are physical delusions all over the place when people make opinions about color, for example. They have the whole, these are not politics, and that is not politics. They call that politics, and they get away with it because politics have been criminally foreign influence, delusions raw, calling the other person's name. Oh, this is leadership. That's not, that's broken grammar school, not by accident. So we have a whole bunch of military families. We have a Paul Kelly. I don't know him. He pretends that he's involved with identity theft, frauds, and worse. And the only context, the exceptions are in demonstration of that. For example, we have and this is also intercities, on and off the spots, intercities, locations. Now there are people in the past, they must have investigators associated with this Rixion Faglione. There's a Chet Casper. There's a one person, God forbid he died. I'm sorry about that. Well, I don't know him. What is his name? Mike. I forgot his name. But he's associated with this Chet Casper. There was also doctors like a Dingleberry, Dr. Dewberry, that Anthony Yagman brought up the names of them. They're also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated. They make roles with identity thefts with this Chet Casper. And the people on and off Fox Connecticut News and the buildings next to them criminally involved. All kinds of juxtaposed natures of organized crime. Now, so these are people since before the World Trade Center attack, worse than extortion, preventing me from having anyone to respond to while they are stacking, forging names, switching names. New Britain Superior Court has state's attorneys that forge names and switch names, and that's a confession. They made a confession about how they forgot. Oh, I forgot my name. It was that. She switched her name with the other one's name. They made confessions about their roles with falsified police reports, forging names, switching names of officers, putting me with fake officers from various departments. That's a crime method they use to pretend they make mistakes. They don't show you any writing, and they put more and more fabricated audio and video into databases, interbranch and intercampuses connected. There were a whole bunch of people associated with a Mr. Neville. I don't know his name, but he got physical delusions, criminally foreign influenced, and involved with further people on and off the schools in Wethersfield, involved with him, all along Route 3 that goes by the state judicial branch and the offices. No, all the way through Wethersfield, through Rocky Hill and Cromwell. There's also a pattern of people associated with that, with confessions that were weird, but I figured them out. I don't know this Mike Pandoff. The only time I know him, he was involved with confessions. My name was brought up to him. I had a class with him. Even though he said that to me, I had nothing to do with him. That class was a speech class. That speech teacher and the speech teacher I had the year after that, I had to stay back because of that class. Those people are involved with a whole bunch of people involved with identity thefts. They confessed, recorded, and demonstrated involved with predicate acts on my street, with fire department, with police forms, state police, military police, Wethersfield police, FBI, CIA, per them. They also attached me to fake conversations about the CIA and about agencies pretending I'm a paranoid. So if they want to pretend I'm paranoid, because then they pretend I had a conversation. I had no conversation at all. They brought me in for 3 times for a mental evaluation when I caught them with making confessions to other people. And this Dillon guy non-verbally confirmed his roles with my new and past neighbors and with an Anna Dillon. Now that's a real estate company. Now they're selling their houses. I still haven't gotten my response. They're still forging names, switching names. So there's no Officer Sullivan, a male one, who said it was a male. Said his name was Officer Sullivan. Called from Wethersfield Town. I've been getting calls from Wethersfield Town offices through the years and recently. And from the Wethersfield Police Department. Wethersfield Police Department, as forging names, switching names roles, recorded, confessed, and demonstrated. And now these are also the people that are involved with the pattern of actually recorded child abuses, even sexual and even medical. Now we have male and female. We have prosecutors and judges that did some kind of really creepy stuff, lying to the parents right in front of them. When they charged me for harassment for calling back a child offender, proven since off campus anyway, the leader of the kids. Now, they didn't let me talk then, and now they won't put anything in paper. Because the prosecutors, male and female, that lied with the judges to those kids and their parents, they were criminally involved then and now with what is actually recorded. So I asked 50,000 times. How many times do I have to ask on Facebook? Call over the phone. You guys are going to keep playing these games with them. You guys are going to keep pretending to be about integrity. You guys are going to keep reading statistics. The families associated with the statistics, there were those schools that recorded criminally foreign influence, criminally involved. So make sure you pick one name in sequence and get on paper now. I'll show you how to end child abuse and problems with guns. And respond for the fire departments too, because on and off the fire department next to Trinity College, on and off the fire department in Wethersfield, there are a whole bunch of people tied to a former Mayor Gold and other mayors, with their family members also criminally involved. I asked you guys for a response. Now, see, they're making overall allegations against people. You have punks speaking for the law, making allegations against people. Now they can't deal with allegations honestly. We have some sequence-shifting predators, originally and still. That's why there's problems with racism in this country. If you are black, they are lying to you. And you're lying to yourself if you're calling it racism. It's pseudo-science. It's a predicate acts delivery system method. And it's recorded clear as day. Now follow mandated law for your fake leaders. Now, right now.